Hey guys, welcome to the live. Please press that like button. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Again, if you're here, you're trying to figure out what's going on, I would request that you press the like button. It goes a long way. It goes a long way in pushing this out there so I could continue to do more of these videos like this, right? Once again, if you don't know who I am, you would want to go to my YouTube channel. Give me 1 second. Pull some stuff up. You will want to go to my YouTube channel at True Crime Psychic, and you would 100% want to go to my page and my playlist, and you'll see my accuracy playlist of um, accurate readings that I've done in the past for a lot of high profile cases. So you know whether or not to take me serious. I apologize about the double screen right here. My mic isn't working on my desktop, so I have to be on my phone as well. That's creating the second screen. Give me a second though. All right. So if you go to my channel, you can see a playlist of a ton of high profile cases that I got right. Um, Again, Ariana Taylor, I said she was in the sewer. She was. Ariane, Naomi Ariane, I said she would be found in 2 to 3 days. She was. Brian Laundrie, I named the exact date he would be found. He was found that exact date. Prior to anyone knowing he was dead, I stated that he was going to be dead due to gunshot wound to the head. Ryan Koberger, I said his exact name, et cetera, et cetera. Well, I said Ryan. So you could go through my accuracy playlist to learn more about me, right? Um, now that that's out the way, for now, I have a quick update, right? Uh, it's about 3:38 in the morning. I can't sleep right now, but quite a few hours ago, I don't know, maybe 9 o'clock or so, I wind up doing a live stating, um, I had clues for Nancy Guthrie's location, and I gave the clues during that live. So now, right before I was getting off of um, YouTube for the night, I wind up running into somebody's channel who she's another psychic. And I used to go to her channel a lot back in the day, like several years back, during the Brian Laundrie case, etc. Summer Wells, and she would come to mind. Her name is at Mystic Brandy or Brandy Mystic. I'm going to pull her up in a second. But right before I signed off, her page appeared. Typically, when I'm not here on my lives, I'm not on this profile, right? I'm on my other profile where I lay low. I keep it low. But I happen to be still on my at True Crime Psychic where I'm connected to Brandy. And I saw she had a 10-minute video up regarding the location of um, Nancy Guthrie. Well, lo and behold, I watched the 10-minute video and it comes very close to some things that I was seeing in the location of Nancy Guthrie. So I'm going to go ahead and I hope she doesn't mind. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play her video. And after I play her video, I'm going to show you actual pictures because I was able to come up with a street address of where she's located, of Nancy Guthrie. And I've reached out to the FBI. The FBI, I guess they're getting 4,000 leads a day or whatever. So I don't know. I'm not going to say I don't know how serious they're taking it, but it's so easy to let the ball drop and not know who to take seriously, right? I have given information to a sheriff office before in Tennessee where I was 100% accurate, and so they had that information. Right now, we're dealing with the FBI. I called the sheriff's department out in Arizona or Tucson, and they said they're not dealing with the case. Right? They said that they are pushing this to the FBI. They're not dealing with it. So they're not taking any leads. I said, okay. I called the FBI. I was on the hold for over an hour, right? Matter of fact, I was 2 seconds away from hanging up. I was literally hanging up. And then when I finally did get somebody, the person, I don't feel like she took me serious. And not to say, you can expect that a lot of people are not going to want to take a reader, a psychic, seriously. Heck, I would not want to. I don't believe half of the people out there that are saying stuff when they were saying, the majority was saying Brian Laundrie was going to be found alive. And that was not the case. I said, and I maintained it the entire time, he's going to be dead due to gunshot wound to the head, suicide. He will be found October 21st, October 20th, 2021. I said Brian Koberger's name. His first name is Ryan. Middle name is Chris. Well, I threw those out as possible names, actually. And in a video, I said his last name starts with Co. I stated Ariana Taylor is in the sewer. She was found in the sewer. So when I say take me serious, like this is a lead that the FBI cannot afford to drop the ball on. So I ask for those who are connected or who are on uh, Twitter, X, whatever, push this out there who are on TikTok. I have other stuff to do. I have my life going on, but I'm trying to help where I can, but I cannot do it all. So if you guys internet sleuths are out there, push this out there for me because I'm telling you what I saw in my reading and actually the photos that I had Lori Shortlegs show during my last live. It was officially February 12th, late at night. It matches exactly part of it matches what Mystic Brandy was saying, right? And actually something she described is exactly what's in a photo that I'm going to show you guys, right? So again, push this out there, share, share, share. Because I'm not going to be following behind the FBI. I'm sorry, I tried. I stayed on the phone for over an hour. And again, it was just the intake person. She didn't take any of the information. She didn't take the address. She just basically said, yeah, I just passed your information on, and they'll give you a call back. I doubt that they're calling back for 1,000 people, and especially a day, especially when, they hear the word psychic without knowing the person's track record. I did try to give it, but I don't think she was so convinced. I don't think she really wanted to hear it, which again, I don't blame because most are not accurate. But anyhow, um, I definitely have to share with you guys the video because like I said, I have not been in communication with Brandy Mystic or Mystic Brandy in quite a few years. And I got to reach out to her tonight or tomorrow. It is officially February 13th. So in 3:44 in the morning, right? So I just did my live and today just switched over to the 13th. So now we're here on the 13th. I'm going to go ahead. And actually, this is the exact day that I said maybe 3, 4 days ago that something was going to go down today. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to play Mystic Brandy's, or right? I'm going to play her video. It's 10 minutes long. Y'all stay with me because after the video, I'm going to share with you pictures of what I had Lori Shortlegs share earlier of the location. Mind you, I double checked the time that Mystic um, Brandy had did her live just to make sure, okay, I trust her. I love her. She's a sweet lady. But I said, let me just check the timing of this. And I noticed I had did my live about 6 hours prior, but she did hers 9 hours prior. So what she is describing is literally something that I have in the picture. Now, let me go ahead and play this. Give me one moment. And press the like while you hear. Um, Let me see. think this is okay. I gotta get to her last video.
Instead of my husband slapping the shit out of you because he asked you to get your funky ass out of our house. We're calling 911.
Excuse whoever that is. All right, there she is, Mystic Brandy, guys. So check her out. Here it is. I was on my at True Crime Psychic. I was on my at True Crime Psychic channel earlier when I watched this about an hour ago or less. And so that's why it doesn't look like I watched it. But and this one is not signed in. So let's go ahead and watch this. Stay with me, guys, because what I am going to share with you after is mouth dropping. Maybe not to you guys in the area. Maybe it's common. I don't know. But she literally speaks of something I have in the pictures. Hold on.
Or part 7, I don't know. But this is the second part today. I've done quite a few videos and then I stopped, said I'm not going to do anymore. I thought the police and the FBI had it, but no. She didn't get found, they didn't have it. So us psychics have to jump in. Okay, anyway. I've been sitting here drawing. Please, Spirit, help me find a location. I don't feel like they went there to murder her.
I don't feel that either.
Got hurt. They did hurt her. One person went in, but there's another person. It's like one person go in, do your job. Then later on, I'll come and help you. Okay? I don't think they even had a location to take her. So that's why it's going to be sloppy. It's going to be a mishap type of place. That's why I keep on, from day one, I get the desert. And I did not get 50 miles away in Rico. I don't even know Arizona, but I did not get, the only thing I got was Colorado Street. And there is an actual street called West Colorado Street. I got roller coaster.
Okay, I'm going to say I got a street name too. It was in Colorado. But she might be picking up on something else that's Colorado. If the place, I got the actual literal street name, right? But there might be other side streets around there named Colorado too. All right, let's move on.
I saw the hills like roller coaster, up and down, cue the mountains in the background, right? And then pulls over to the right, gets out, brings her somewhere. It's flatlands. Doesn't walk that long because his car is there. Okay. But I felt there was 2 people that carried her, that helped her. One person you might see going into the house, and another person I think is all about the car. Okay. So West Colorado Street, I don't know if anybody checked that out. Roller Coaster Road, and then to the right, Sandario Road, I think is like 30 minutes, 25 minutes away. So I don't feel like it's far. All I keep hearing is they should never have left that house. The police, the FBI should have never left that house. They should have been doing so many tests in there all at once. It was like they did something for like a half hour and then they gave the house back to the family. So it gets corrupted, but I don't think anybody went in there besides the cops. I don't think the family went in there. Anyway, okay, and there's 2 locations where there's evidence. There's 2 houses there's evidence, and then there's 2 locations outside. I'm still feeling like outside, but something is on top of her. She got hurt. And I definitely feel like they tied her hands.
Mind you, she said there's 2 locations outside. There's literally 2 sheds outside. and also the view that she was talking about, like the mountain view, etc. That's what I'm seeing. But there's something so specific that she draws that's in the pictures and the images that I had Lori share on my live earlier. Now, she didn't share to the point where I saw it or noticed it. I had to literally zoom in after and was like, let me see if I see. I went and I zoomed in, and sure enough, something that she drew is in the images that I didn't notice before. And I don't think anybody who watched my live prior did notice, but I'm going to show you with it zoomed in. Again, the majority of people who say they're psychics and stuff like that, take it with a grain of salt. But I mean, the way her reading adds up to with mine's, I don't know. It makes you raise your eyebrow, and definitely FBI needs to check. Definitely Savannah needs to check. Y'all get this out to her, please. We have about 7 more minutes of this video. Please watch it all, because I tell you what I'm going to share with you after is mouth dropping.
And didn't tie her mouth because she looks fragile. And nobody was in the house. Nobody could hear her. So they just said, if you scream, I'm going to put tape on your mouth. And like, she won't be able to breathe. I mean, she's a little old lady, very, very sick. My other video, I was feeling like, did she ever have cancer? Did she have a reoccurrence of cancer? Was she treated for cancer? Something, melanoma, something came back. Maybe it wasn't that serious, but hi, babe. How are you? So, okay. So let me just do this because this will be over in 5 minutes. All right. I believe like, I miss them too. I'll be right there. I'm just finishing a video. I borrowed your hat. Okay. What else can you tell me, Nancy, about your location? We'll figure out everything else later, but we need your location. Okay. All right. So, and maybe they took some medicine. Maybe they took medicine we don't know about. She's shaking her head no. Like, I don't feel they really wanted, I think they wanted to leave her there in the house, and then they realized that they would be caught sooner if they left her there. Okay, so they took her, and I feel like they're driving up and down. I get up and down, like the roller coaster. And there is a street called roller coaster, but the roads go like that. I did Google it, and I saw that road. And when I saw that road, I got the chills. And I see like only one person is carrying her on the desert, like on the literal desert. Okay, and this is what I see. I'm sorry, they're terrible pictures, but this
Pay attention to the picture. Literally pay attention to that picture. And also the person that I see that it's not their property, but he's kind of, or it could be, but he's in charge of that property. His initials are JS. I was picking up the letter J a few days ago when I did my original read. So just keep that in mind. Let's go on and remember this picture.
Came to my mind so many times. All right. Of course, there's plants around her. She told me about that from day one or day two when I did my video in the car. That 10-minute video has over 40,000 views. Okay. Anyway, this plant, the plant that's near her, within like 5 feet of her, it looks like a hand like this. And there are plenty of these plants, but this is a fat one. And I'm like, Nancy, am I right about that? And she's like, yes, Katrina. It's not a
Yes.
tall, skinny one that looks like three fingers. It's a short, fat one. That's how you'll know that she's close by. And I see all these like crunchy rocks, stones, that are down underneath your feet. They're beige. And then what's on top of her, because that's what I was like, are you in a shed? Are you in and I was like, no, she's not. Are you in, like, that's how, it's horrible to say, but they wanted her to be taken by the elements and the animals. But they didn't want her to be out so that the airplane would see her. But they have an infrared thing on these helicopters, FBI things, where if there's a body down somewhere, they could see it on the infrared chart. Okay, anyhow, and that's why they're doing the drones. And the dogs are good too. They got to bring in the dogs and the horses, which I don't think they did yet. They brought them and then they took them away.
We only got 2 more minutes, guys. Stick with me.
She's not at the house, but there is evidence at the house that was overlooked. Okay, at the houses. There's 2 houses that are, okay. Big rocks. These rocks are big and beige, right? I see them at my park. And
remember that.
So they're at the park, and I was like, why does that look familiar? Because Nancy was trying to show me it. Okay, big sand. I guess they're made out of sand, and that's what's laying on top of her, like concealing her. And when the person picked it up to try to put it on top of her, like to cover up, and like that stuff that goes down the street, haystack, or I can't think of what it is. It like rolls in the wind. There's a lot of that around, and plants, right? But she's like laid off to the side, surrounded by those rocks. That plant is like 4 to 5 feet near her. The fat cactus that looks like 3 fingers. Right? Just look at my fingers. My fat fingers, right? Fat cactus. And I feel that that's where she is. Whether she's alive or not, I don't believe she's alive, but I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. I just feel her getting very weak. First angry and being spunky, like, you're not going to do this to me. And I recognize you from, why do I think 2012 is important? 2012.
Okay, guys. So 2012, I was thinking about a year, but you guys could always also use that as maybe a possible street address. Who knows? I did come up with a street address, and okay, so I had somebody share the pictures. Make sure you guys okay? At least it's 3:59 a.m. So I'm trying, and I'm going to be up in the next couple hours anyway, not going to get much sleep. So I would appreciate it. And also anything you can do, because I'm about to show you pictures that correlate with this. Anything you could do to push it out there, because again, I can do it, but it's a lot of energy that I'm already giving of myself. So if y'all got free time, hit up TMZ, share this with them. Hit up Savannah, I don't know, on IG. I think she probably has a lot of people in her inbox. Hit up the family, whatever. But all right, we're going to go straight to the pictures, because I know y'all ready to see. All right, so here is the front of the area of the location that I've tried to call FBI and tell them, hey, I got an exact address. But listen, I don't think they're going to contact me back, because when you're dealing with getting 4,000 calls a day, you got to weed through. And when somebody say they're psychic, more than likely, they're not believable. Okay, it's like, we're not going to go there. But again, check out the accuracy playlist. It's a reason to at least say, all right, let me give this a look, right? She called the date Brian Laundrie's body will be found. Let me give it a look. If she's wrong, she's wrong. But I don't know if these the stones that Brandy, and I have to tag Mystic Brandy in this after. All right, so this is the location. You remember earlier in the video, she's talking about the rolly hills and stuff like that. You see this towards the back. I'm not going to show the front of the house, guys, completely. The rocks were by the front. The inside of the house looks gorgeous, right? And we definitely got to get, like I said, this is right now handled by somebody with the initials JS. But let's continue. And this is 2 hours away. Look at the hand. Like look, earlier I didn't even see the hand. This is the picture I had Lori share on my live. This is one of the sheds. There's 2 sheds. That's one of the sheds. And that could be 2 because she's talking about 2 locations. Could be 2 sheds. You see what I'm saying? There's one shed. I know I was getting a vision of wood stairs. I thought it was the basement, but that house I don't think has a basement. So the wood stairs probably would have been the shed here, right? If I'm accurate. If I'm not, I'm not. But seeing that 2 actually psychics or, people that are intuitively inclined are both picking up on something, for her to say this and for this to be I did not see that hand or that cactus was in that picture. And isn't it within 5 feet of the shed? Like she said, it is. If you look, there might be rolling cactuses out there. I don't know. I think it might be one here. I'm not positive of what that is. Okay. But there's the broken steps. Here's what she was saying. This is within 5 feet. Let's go zoom in. Boom. Have the FBI call me. I have the exact address. Have TMZ again. I might just email. I don't know. But if you guys are involved, this is something that, you probably shouldn't take lightly. Give me 1 second, guys. I just want to go back to about here.
On these helicopters, FBI things, where if there's a body down somewhere, they could see it on the infrared hand, like a hand like this.
Granted, this is Arizona and probably they have a whole bunch of cactuses out there, right? But for it to be on the shed and basically exactly how she stated or what she's seeing, right? And I don't see any other in front of the house. I don't remember seeing. If so, they were smaller and they definitely weren't like the 3-finger type like she's calling out here.
Hand. Like a hand like this. And there are plenty of these plants, but this is a fat one. And I'm like, Nancy, am I right about that? And she's like, yes, Katrina. It's not a tall skin.
There it is. There it is. Again, us who see things or intuitively inclined, we all see different things. Just like with Brian Laundrie, I think they said what's her name? Barbara Serafina, something like that. Yeah, I know a lot of people were going to her for the reading. She had saw, certain things for, I forget the case prior. But anyway, and she was very accurate. But with the case of Brian Laundrie, she said that, the autopsy would say, well, she didn't say the autopsy she would say, but she said he passed on due to slicing his wrist. And that's not what I saw. I saw prior to anyone even knowing he was dead, I said he will be found dead due to suicide, gunshot wound to the head. So does that make her wrong? No, not necessarily, because come to find out, Brian used his non-dominant hand to pull the trigger. Why would he do that? Perhaps his other wrist was slit, just like Barbara said. So we all see different things. See what I'm saying? And the name of the street I heard earlier, we need them to, at the very least, look into this, right? A lead is the lead. All right. Hey, Egyptian famous. No, I'm not doing any reads this live. Press like, guys, so this could get pushed out. I will do donation reads on another live if you want to donate, but I'm not. Yeah. All right. You guys have a lovely night. Thank you so much. Like I said, I have the exact address to this.